to speak tonight about the legacy for my Year 5 class, that's 13, 9 and 10-year-olds, who I took through the festival this year, Class of Julius Caesar. My school's in the heart of the Bangladeshi community in Tower Hamlets. It's 96% English as an additional language. The first time nearly all of them set foot in a theatre was the day they set foot on stage to perform Julius Caesar. What I discovered is that having EAL students actually isn't a disadvantage for learning Shakespeare, because a new word is just a new word. It doesn't matter if it's a smatch or a trace. If you provide a language-rich environment, they respond. And because Shakespeare wrote for these children, I believe, the groundlings of 2014, if you like, they responded in kind because they innately understand conflict and racial division and war. They understand conspiracy and friendship and betrayal and hatred. They understand ambition. They understand failure. And because of this process, they understand success. So, as you'd expect, their speaking and listening levels went up across the board, with many of the previously lowest attaining children making more progress than you'd anticipate in a year in half a term. My most behaviourally difficult child, who made no progress in literacy in years 3 and 4, has now made above average national progress for a year in the last 20 weeks alone. 2 of my lowest attaining writers have shown a year's worth of progress in 20 weeks. And another of the lowest attaining and definitely the least confident child now believes, quote unquote, in the future SSF will help me to achieve more, and she's proved it by making more progress in reading in the last 20 weeks than in the last 2 years. And that's all because they're embodying the truth that Shakespeare isn't meant to be read, it's meant to be said. They did it on their feet. So the show may be over, it's not over in my classroom. You wouldn't believe how much easier it is to teach spelling and grammar as long as you put the words Brutus or Caesar in a sentence. The possessive apostrophe is so much more interesting if you're talking about Cassius's co-conspirators than Tom's apple. Much more potent than this is the empowerment that it's given them, and I've got just 3 quotes about that. One of them said to me, now that I've been in SSF, I can be a doctor. Before we did the SSF project, I thought we were going to do an epic failure. But when I saw everyone giving us a standing ovation, I was drowned in tears. The best thing about being in the Shakespeare Schools Festival is that I feel I've been elected to be Prime Minister. One of the children I'd have said didn't appear to gain as much as the others said. SSF is the best thing that's ever happened to me.